if you follow the crowd, you will only get as far as the crowd. You were born an original person, by the way. You know, whether you want to realize that or not, don't go out there and die some kind of copy of the rest of them, okay? And actually realize this. I'll say it again. You will only get as far as the crowd if you follow the crowd. If you follow the crowd, you will only get as far as the crowd. Truly. Truly. So go out there. Do not follow the herd. Make your own path. You know, because you're probably wondering to yourself, how do I find myself inside this life? Because I've noticed something. I don't think I'm looking for happiness anymore. I'm not looking for purpose. I'm not looking for meaning. I'm simply searching for myself. And sometimes that can get so hard. You know, because the only way to find yourself is to lose yourself. Lose yourself in the chaos. Try to figure out what it all means. Try to put the puzzle pieces together, because let me tell you, life is like a big puzzle. And you'll try to put the pieces together. And you'll realize that some of them don't fit. So you'll try to adjust some things. You know, you'll try to change yourself. You know, people will tell you to change, but you don't even know who you are yet. And people are telling you to change. So you're going to change something and you don't even know what you're changing. Okay? Realize that life is not some game that you need to jump all the hurdles, avoid all the obstacles, do all the correct things, because nobody goes out there and does this thing 100% correct. Okay? It's just not possible. Okay? If you want to go to college, sure. Make sure that what you are doing in this life is what you want to be doing. What are you going to do for the rest of your life? That's a tough question. You know, maybe take some time off. You know, maybe take some real time to think about it. Maybe go travel. Maybe go see some things before you make that decision. You know, everyone pressurizes you to do it so young. You know, 18, you should have everything figured out. 20, you should have everything figured out. Listen to this. I don't think you'll ever have it figured out, because I know some 60-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds who do not have it figured out. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, people that are on their last leg still don't have it figured out, don't know what they want to be doing with their lives. You just do. It's in the name. Okay, you're not a human doing. You're a human being, and you need to realize that. You're not a human doing, you are a human being. And you could get out there and do and shape this world into whatever you want it to be. You could do anything you want to do, as long as you actually get out there and do it. Take the risk, take the chance. Follow your dreams. Because if you can go out there and fail at something you don't want to be doing, why not take a chance at something you love? Why not take a chance at something that brings a smile to your face? Something that enlightens you, something that actually brings life into your life, you know? Because sometimes in this life, what keeps me alive slowly kills me. And you probably know what I'm talking about. That rang a bell. You know, the bottom of the bottle, the dart, who knows? But you trap yourself, you encage yourself into this little mind cage, you know, this box. It's time to escape it. You know, my entire life I've always done what people wanted me to do. You know, followed other people, you know, I mean, I even let, you know, even, this is going to sound unfortunate, but even in my own college, when I went to college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I'm going to be honest, the people around me, and I just took their idea. Okay, I just rolled what they did. Rolled with what they wanted to do, because I thought it was what I wanted to do. But in reality, I still don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't think I ever will. I don't think we ever will. You know, but realize that it's never too late. Realize that if you do it right now, you will always have time. You know, it's never too late to change your life. It's never too late, ever. Ever. It is never too late to get out there and make this life yours. Have you ever heard the phrase, this life is your oyster? And I just spit on my wheel. Yes, I did. Go out there and make this life yours. You know, and realize this. I'm going to say this little funny quote here, because I feel like it's going to resonate with maybe somebody, or just maybe myself. I just want to say it. Procrastination is just like masturbation, because you're only fucking yourself in the end. You know, it's not motivation that allows you to do things. It's not discipline. It's not waking up. It's just doing. Okay, but like I said before, You're not a human doing things. You are a human being. You need to realize that all this stuff is just a symptom of being a human being. Angry. Everybody gets angry. Everybody gets sad. Everybody gets upset. Sometimes people don't know what they want to be doing with themselves, ever. But that's okay. You know, because if you could break free of the chains, the hooks, and unhook them, you know, realize that you are good enough. That you're not what they say you are. You are great. You are amazing. You are funny. You are kind. You are all of these things, because when you focus on what you have, you gain what you lack. But when you focus on what you lack, well, you lose what you have. You know, and it seems like Pennsylvania weather is honestly getting kind of bipolar. You know, I mean, I have a hoodie on, but like today is one of those days where it's kind of like, it's kind of nice outside. You know, it's one of those days where you should honestly get out there. You know, live your life, because if not now, when? You know, if you're not going to start living your life tomorrow, it's either day one or one day. You'll be able to do it. You know, you're crazy. You are crazy with your dreams until you succeed. Then you're a genius. You know, because think about it. All of these things that were once dreams, all of these things, this life, look around. Everything around you right now, in your house, everything. In your car, outside, wherever you are, was all made up by somebody no smarter than you or me. And you need to push yourself to the limits, okay? Because if you really want to succeed in life, you need to push, okay? You need to go through the pain, you need to go through the suffering, you need to go through the bad times. And eventually, you will come out on top. You know, because if you win at first, you lose. But to succeed, you must fail. And you must fail and fail and fail and fail and fail and figure out what works for you. Because if you don't do anything, you are never going to figure out what works for you. Find something you love and let it kill you. What doesn't kill you makes you just that little bit stronger. You know, in life, if you actually let somebody sit down and dictate your life, they will. You know, they'll tell you exactly what to say. They'll tell you exactly what to do. You're either building somebody else's dreams or you are building your own dreams. There is no in between. You know, it's going to take a while. You know, but make sure it matters to you, because at the end of the day, the only way your contrarian idea matters, most people don't even have one contrarian idea in their life. And what I mean by a contrarian idea is an idea that is outside of the box, a dream, a passion, something that not a lot of people are going to approve of, or maybe people will. Because at the end of the day, everybody, realize this: you do not have to prove anything to anybody, not even yourself. And at the end of the day, it only needs to make sense to you. Because this is your unique experience. This is your perspective, your life. You can shape it and create it into whatever you want it to be. So you just have to go out there and simply do it. Do it afraid. Do it uncertain. Do it imperfectly. But as long as you do it, you will learn. You know, because real growth simply looks like loss. You know, and you will continue to lose. You will continue to die. You will continue to shape new existences of yourself, because that's exactly what it means. Stay wary, stay alive, survive, right? I want to live. Actually live. And I will say this, I will say that you are not a free individual human being unless you are free of the opinions of others, because the opinions of others, frankly, do not matter. They have not lived your life. They are not inside of your shoes. Nobody has walked inside of your shoes. Nobody knows what it is like to experience what you have experienced, to go through what you have gone through, to do it all. Okay? So get out there and enjoy your day. Evening, night, whatever it is for you. And realize that you will only get realize that if you follow the crowd, you will only get as far as the crowd. And what I truly mean by that, what I'm really trying to get across is, why would you try to fit in so desperately when you were born to stand out? Your dreams, your passions, they all matter. everything that you have to say. I'm not saying that it's bad to go to school or it's bad to follow the crowd, but I am saying be yourself. I'm not saying wake up every day and put on your mask and act, because what if when you are done performing, nobody stays for the real you? Stay positive. And most importantly, go enjoy the day.